Nyx is not merely a goddess. She is the embodiment of night itself, a force beyond time, beyond form, beyond the limitations of mortal understanding. In the earliest layers of Greek cosmology, before the Olympians reigned and before the Titans shaped the world, there was chaos, the great void from which all existence emerged. And from chaos, Nyx was born, a being of unfathomable depth, a primordial force that wove the darkness of the cosmos with the fabric of reality itself. She is not a queen nor a ruler. She is the night incarnate, the mother of mysteries, the silence between worlds. To understand Nyx is to peer into the abyss of creation and recognize that darkness is not absence but origin, the space from which all things emerge and to which all things return. Unlike the Olympian gods, who are bound by personality and mythic narrative, Nyx exists beyond mortal comprehension. She is not defined by human traits of love or wrath, but instead by her sheer presence, an all-encompassing force that pervades the fabric of reality. The ancients did not tell stories of Nyx in the same way they did of Zeus or Athena. She was too vast, too absolute. Even Zeus, king of the gods, was said to fear her, for she was one of the few beings older and more powerful than he. This fear was not rooted in mere strength, but in the understanding that Nyx is beyond divine order, beyond the structures of Olympus and the concerns of men. She is the dark infinity against which the light flickers, the cosmic void in which the gods themselves are but temporary flames. Nyx's children reflect the vastness of her power and influence. She is the mother of Sleep Hypnos, Death Thanatos, Fate Moros, Doom Cur, Deception Ape, and countless other primordial forces that shape the world in unseen ways. Her offspring are not warriors nor rulers, but fundamental aspects of existence itself, the forces that lurk beneath the surface of waking reality. Unlike Zeus or Poseidon, who govern domains within creation, Nyx and her children govern the unseen, the currents that flow beneath the structure of the world, unseen but inescapable. She is not simply the night sky, but the essence of what night represents, the unknown, the infinite, the dream that exists between life and death. In Hesiod's Theogony, Nyx is described as dwelling in a shadowy cave beyond the edge of the world, emerging each evening as she draws her dark veil across the sky. Yet, this image is not merely a poetic description of nightfall. It is a reflection of her role as a liminal force, a being who exists at the threshold between light and darkness, form and void. She does not conquer the light, nor does she retreat from it. She flows around it, weaving between the seen and the unseen. The idea of her dwelling at the edge of existence reinforces her role as the guardian of boundaries, the silent presence that cradles the universe in her darkness. To call upon Nyx is to invoke the depth of the unknown, to step willingly into the void and surrender to what lies beyond human perception. Her magic is not the structured ritual of the Olympians, nor the wild chaos of Dionysian ecstasy. Instead, it is the quiet embrace of the abyss, the acceptance of mystery, the understanding that darkness is not to be feared, but explored. Those who work with Nyx do not seek to command her power, for she is beyond dominion. They seek instead to align themselves with the vastness she represents, to move through the world with the grace of shadow and the wisdom of the unseen. Nyx's presence in modern witchcraft and esoteric practice is often misunderstood. She is not merely a goddess of night, nor a patron of darkness in the moralistic sense. She does not represent evil, nor does she embody destruction. Instead, she is the void before creation, the space in which transformation occurs. Her domain is the deep subconscious, the realm of dreams, intuition, and shadow work. To align with Nyx is to step into the unknown willingly, to embrace the lessons hidden in darkness rather than flee from them. She teaches that the night is not a thing to be conquered by light, but a force in its own right, a necessary balance to existence. Her connection to prophecy and dreams places her at the root of divination. The Oracle of Delphi, whose visions came in the form of trance and shadowed riddles, stood in the space between Nyx's world and the waking mind. The deep symbolic messages of dreams, those which are unclear, shifting, and full of hidden meaning, are the whispers of Nyx's domain. The ability to navigate these messages, to read the patterns in the darkness rather than fear them, is the essence of her wisdom. Nyx's role as the mother of death and sleep further deepens her connection to the cycles of existence. She reminds us that death is not an end, but a return to the primordial state, a re-entry into the great darkness from which all things are born. The sleep she governs is not mere rest, but the gateway between worlds, the place where the soul wanders free of the body, touching realms beyond waking perception. Those who seek communion with Nyx often do so through dreams, through silence, through the contemplation of the vastness of the night sky, and the recognition that within its endless depths, everything is possible, and nothing is truly lost. Nyx does not ask for offerings in the way other deities do, nor does she demand worship. Instead, she requires acknowledgement not of herself, but of the truths she embodies. To honor Nyx is to honor the night, to respect the unknown, to walk the path of wisdom without needing every answer illuminated before taking the next step. It is to stand in the dark and feel no fear, to embrace the quiet, the stillness, the vast and infinite void that holds all potential within it. She is the mother of mysteries, the shadow that cradles the world, the silence that speaks in dreams. To know Nyx is not to understand her, for she is beyond comprehension, but to accept her presence, to move with the tides of the unknown rather than against them. She is the veil, the abyss, the great darkness in which the universe finds its shape. And for those who seek her, she is always there, waiting in the depths of the night, as she has been since the beginning of time.